off as it's not gentle enough, that kind of thing. Respect is something we all experience and share with each other, and it's a quality that can be expressed in many different ways. It's how we treat others, how we show our love for them, how we interact with them on everyday basis, whether or not they're family members or friends or co-workers or acquaintances. And the same goes for husbands. The quality of respect manifests themselves differently depending on one's relationship with him or her. But there are some universal ways of showing it as well. That's respect. And quickly, right? Now, if we know anything about the recent noise on social media, on the media platform, or anything like that, if we know anything about that, right, we know that a lot of men are starting to complain that they don't get respect they deserve. So that's what I mean by understanding. All right, so you will be teaching us here, baby.
Teaching you what?
Understanding the husband.
How will I know?
So you know this.
Because I'm married?
Yeah, you've been doing this for straight 14 years.
Which kind of husband do you have? Husband, yeah, does he husband?
This is true. But let's assume best case scenario, right? Yeah. In these situations, right? Let's just assume best case, which is what we should be doing, right? One of the issues with the discussion I was telling you about was why is it that we're very quick to talk about the extreme negatives, the worst case scenarios of marriages, why are we so quick to talk about the divorce courts? At the end of the day, it's still the minority. When it's time to talk about physical abuse and stuff like that, we talk about it like it's 80% of marriages going through that. The truth is that it's still minority, because just my streets over here, if it was me, I was talking to another fella today, I was like, imagine if it was more than 20%. That means on every single one of our streets, we see people cutting themselves and getting in the street and fighting. Like, we'll be hearing that all the time. The fact of the matter is that they just happen to be the loudest in any room when it happens. It does happen, right? So with that being said, we'd like to talk about people that get into divorce situation when things were actually seemingly normal, right? They end up in they seemingly, like they seem to be, it's basically simple stupid stuff like communication issues.
Oh, okay. Because it's normal for one person, it's apparently not normal for the other.
No, it may not even feel normal, but from a physical standpoint, like we argued, right? We didn't have the skill set for handling conflict. Right?
So we argue all the time.
We argue quite often. We've normalized that it's okay to argue, but somebody is starting to build resentment.
Duh, because arguments are not fun.
But the other person is not realizing you're taking it that way, right? Your mouth is too sharp too. Like your mouth is just nasty. The kind of thing you say out of your mouth, the other person is like,
you're not sensitive.
Wow, that's what you're gonna say to me. And once you say things, it's hard to take them back. Right?
Yeah, because you're dropping little nuggets.
Right. But these are people that have children.
Yeah.
People that when we see them at parties, they're just normal people. They seem like that, at least from the outside. But they're just going through what normal couples go through and stuff like that, right? So those are the people we're talking about when we're talking about understanding the husband, right? That's why I said you will be the one teaching us today, because that normal husband is still the guy who is mouth. You call him controlling, but it's like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm not controlling. Are you insecure? Like insecure? I'm not insecure. I'm just saying you should have done it this way. I like it done that way.
Because it's stuck in his ways. It's just anal. We call them anal people. They're not flexible. Things have to be a specific way.
So he says to you, and he's like, babe, I don't like it when you put it that way. I already told you before. And when you heard that, you didn't hear, babe, I already told you before. You heard you're hostile. You heard hostility.
Yeah, because I don't hear kindness in his words. Okay?
Right. So now,
I push back.
Now the young ladies, 27, 28, 29 years old.
Right.
I don't have to do this. I'm a PhD holder.
Right.
I make my own money.
Yeah,
You talk to me like that again, I'm going to my father's house.
Except that your money won't keep you warm at night, or I mean, everyone needs someone. I hate to say this because I might be wrong. Maybe not everyone needs someone, but majority of people.
Stop the cap.
I'm just saying, just in case some people are,
the politically correct thing to say is that not everyone wants to be married. When you say that, I know where you're coming from. If you have to say that out in words, chances are you want to be married. All right. People that don't want to be married,
they don't even talk about it.
They're not loud about that. It's not like they don't exist, but they're not really selling that idea. Sorry, baby.
Squeeze my hand.
They're not really selling that idea on social media.
Right.
Let me read this quote real quick, and then you're gonna teach us, right?
I'll try my best.
We're talking about understanding the husband, right? He's a normal guy, but he's starting to piss you off with his mouth. It comes off as he's not gentle enough, that kind of thing. Yeah. Respect is something we all experience and share with each other, and it's a quality that can be expressed in many different ways. It's how we treat others, how we show our love for them, how we interact with them on everyday basis, whether or not they're family members or friends or coworkers or acquaintances. And the same goes for husbands. The quality of respect manifests themselves differently depending on one's relationship with him or her. But there are some universal ways of showing it as well. That's respect. And, quickly, right? Now, if we know anything about the recent noise on social media, on the media platform or anything like that, if we know anything about that, right, we know that a lot of men are starting to complain that they don't get respect they deserve. So that's what I mean by understanding husband.
You don't get the respect.
What do you understand about your husband?
What do I understand about you?
About your husband.
Okay.
Or your husband being a husband.
Well,
because if I wasn't a husband, you couldn't stay married to me. You could marry somebody who was not a husband. It usually falls apart. Just like if you marry somebody who is not really a wife, it falls apart because they just can't handle it. Right? But
I think you being a husband, I mean, we go way back. For like what? This is our 17 years of being together. 17 or 18. And 14 years of being married.
Yeah.
I think it's 17. I mean, it's a long time I'm coming. I know certain things about you. I know what makes you tick. I know what makes you happy. And for me...
What makes me happy?
What makes you happy? I think I'm part of the reason you're happy. If I'm at
happy
peace,
wife, happy life?
No, if I'm at peace, if I'm like, I'm in a good mood, I'm peaceful, it doesn't mess with you. You feel, if I'm not
at peace then.
Yeah, you're at peace. But if everything is just wrong with me or wrong with the home front, you start to get bothered. So for me, I feel like you're not hard.
Which you don't. So if you start to nag,
you understand,
and you start to, and things doesn't seem alright, it affects me.
Yeah, if I complain about certain things, maybe you're not ready to hear it, and it depends on the tone as well. Or sometimes men are not ready to hear it. Sometimes you got to give them time, and I think the tone really helps. So for me, I feel like as women, when we are angry, we should probably go take a time out so that you can be able to express yourself eloquently, not in anger. Because when you express yourself in anger, the man can't take that. It feels disrespected.
The way you just describe us like we're acting like bitches.
No,
we can't handle a woman.
You can't take it. Your ego gets bruised. You're like, how dare you talk to me like that? Like, I'm the man of the house, respectable soul, right? You shouldn't be talk, because this is the thing. When women get crazy and angry, we say things that we might not mean, but we say it because we're in our emotions. I'm not saying that men don't get in their emotions too. Now I'm talking about me and you.
Right.
Okay. And that's the reason why I don't like to talk when I'm angry, because I know I can say something I don't mean. So I prefer to go sit down somewhere and just calm my ass down first. And then later I'm able to articulate what's going on with That way you don't feel disrespected, you don't feel put down, because it's only gonna go downwards if I come at you with that energy. That energy is gonna be doubled up, and you feel you want to defend yourself, and you start to say the wrong thing, and then we are at it the whole day. So for me, at the end of the day, knowing your spouse is key. Knowing, know how you can communicate with them. Know how you can get them. Know what you can do to pull him closer, to make him hear you. If he doesn't hear you, then maybe you're too available. You need to be busy. When I say you need to be busy, I mean you need to go and take care of yourself. Go and go to a spa time. He doesn't even know where you are. Trust me, he wants to know.
Wait, he doesn't know where you are.
Yeah,
what kind of teaching is this?
That's one way that you can get men to say, "Oh my God, where is she? I haven't seen her in a minute." Because
what kind of teachings are these? Oh my God!
No, when I was growing up, when my dad is, he doesn't say much, but my mom says a lot because she's in.
I'm just gonna guess right now. You're not looking at the time, but go ahead, continue.
I'm gonna finish my thoughts.
Okay.
Thank you. And she's always in her emotions when she wants to express herself. My dad would take his keys and he would leave because he doesn't want to deal with that. But that's dad.
We're talking about understanding husbands. So a woman taking her keys and leaving. Are you suggesting that works on the other side?
It depends. If you have a bitch-ass husband, let's be clear. These days we have a lot more emotional men walking on the streets. They're ready to get petty with you. True. They're gonna be tit for tat. Sometimes
competing.
they are competing with you. So sometimes you have to be the better person, pick up your keys, and walk out.
So
just so that peace can simmer.
So at least, I mean, they can't complain about this because one of their biggest complaints is that women are initiating divorce all over the place and killing the family structure. So at least you're not leaving.
You're not leaving.
It's temporary. You're putting some space there so someone can appreciate you.
Right.
Okay, I can't be too mad at that. I cannot be too mad at that. One thing I pick up from what you said, understanding the husband, I'm going to reiterate that right now, is ego. If his ego is bruised to work against you, I know you're not his mother, you're not supposed, but you subscribe to a marriage with him, right? And and you care about this marriage. You care about this marriage just like he does. So if it's you that gets to that point first, it won't hurt because it's a marriage you care about, right? So if it means, let's not get stuck with the semantics. If it means you're stroking his ego a little bit so he can feel like the hero, then just think of it as seduction, right? Don't overthink it. It's not that serious. But sometimes that's what a man needs for you to get his attention when he's not acting.
Is Nigerian people call it the Momo button. His Momo button. You know how you can get him.
It's a powerful tool if you know how to use it. Don't think of it as you're manipulating him. Or you're being manipulated too. Don't think of it as you're less than. You're not less than. You actually have power. That's basically what we're saying. And if he needs to feel like the hero before he gets your attention, or again, you're in his face when he's trying to watch football or something, and maybe some space can help. It's temporary. It's temporary something, But as far as understanding the husband is concerned, I think there's no one size fits all. So
that's why I use mom as an example.
Yeah, I think the ultimate answer is understand your husband, because no one else is gonna do it. No one else lives with you, but I think you'll benefit out of it.
And no one can know him like you know him. Yeah. Not his mother, because they're not married. You're the one that is.
The mother can't know him either.
She can't know him in that light. So you actually have a lot.
Not in that way.
At your advantage.
The mother knows the baby version of him.
Yeah, the cute part.
More than you. Cute. She could tell you stories, right? But she doesn't know the adults and how he acts in the household. He doesn't know. She doesn't know that, right? Yeah.